Welcome back to Virtual School Assembly. Today we're going to talk with Leroy Allen. He's the CEO and founder of the Life Enhancement Consulting Group and the program director of the Leadership and Student Life Engagement Program. He's transitioned into coaching and consulting after 11 years as a financial advisor. Leroy has been recognized as a collaborative, solution-focused executive leadership coach and as a transformational life coach. He provides support and practical feedback to help clients effectively address personal life and business challenges. Welcome to the show, Leroy.
Thank you very much, Tyler, for having me, and thank you for that wonderful, wonderful introduction. It is certainly a pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to, giving the best possible quality presentation that I could possibly give to our audience today. Tyler, it's a very, very common practice for the Leadership and Student Life Engagement Program to offer a program to students that just doesn't allow them to be leaders and students within their school, their community, or even in their home for that matter. It's a program that we are asking students, and we're very much willing to drive the message to them that says that you cannot just be a leader and a student, but you also have to be a willing and able participant. And as a willing and able participant, what we have discovered is that students find themselves in a position where they can both recognize and maximize their potential. And as they move forward to recognize and maximize their potential, it also puts them in the best possible position to also develop in such a way where we can classify them as not just students, but also leaders within the community. And what we want our students to be able to do is to be able to put themselves in a position where they have answers, they have resources, and they have the kind of answers and resources, Tyler, that allows them, one, to bring value to their community, to their school, so that in return, the community and the school can be recognized as an instrumental piece of what it is that the students are able to do both in school and out of school. Because as you know, Tyler, it's not just good for a student just to be a student in school. We have to be students outside of school as well. And that comes with a certain level of awareness as it relates to the human being. It comes with a certain level of awareness as it relates to what one can do and what they cannot do. And so within the Leadership and Student Life Engagement platform, students are going to be able to focus on goal attainment. They're going to be able to focus on financial literacy. They're going to be able to focus on entrepreneurship. They're going to be able to focus on all of the things that would make them not just a leader and a student, but a willing and able participant. And we are indeed excited about the opportunity that all of our students are going to have. And in that light, if they can have an opportunity, Tyler, guess what? We have done our job if we can give them an opportunity.
Perfect. Now, Leroy, when you talk about student life engagement, what does it mean to be engaged as a student?
Well, as a student, what that means is that we're not just simply sitting back and taking things as they are. We're saying that we want to be involved. We're saying that we want to be creative. We're saying that we want to have live communication. We're saying that we want to be so much involved with other students, with the staff, with the teachers, because all of us have something to give. And if it means that you have something to give to who I could very well be tomorrow as a student, I am all in for that. And I know all of the students are going to like that as well. We're just simply saying also, Tyler, that quality conversations lead to quality relationships, is what we're saying in that regard.
Okay. Now, when you talk about being involved, having open communication, taking advantage of that, what is the benefit for the student? Now, some students watching this are going to think, well, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to have, I love COVID right now because I get to stay home and not talk to people. So why do we want to keep students engaged? What's the benefit for them?
Well, the benefit for them of being engaged is, one, they're able to recognize that they're not the only ones that's going through a particular thing. They're not the only ones. So many times our students have the understanding that they may be the only one that's going through a certain kind of thing. And that may be either a benefit to them or a detriment to them. But those things that come to be as challenges for them, we want to be able to evaluate those challenges and bring some common good out of those challenges, enough to be able to say that all things work together for the good if you're able to just have live communication. And as we move forward to give them that opportunity to have live communication, if I find that, hey, maybe Bill or Joe or Diane has gone through the exact same thing, it gives me some energy, and it puts me into alignment with, yes, I can be who I am, and I can be who I am even if it means recognizing my potential through someone else.
Okay.
That's the benefit.
Now, right now, students have very limited options in engaging with others, at least in a live format,
Sure.
face-to-face interactions. What would be your advice for students right now on things that they could be doing to position themselves to be better off once we come out of this pandemic?
Well, one of the things that I would invite students to do, Tyler, is to do a lot of self-inventory. Find out those things that you love to do. Find what your passion is. And when you find what you love to do, discuss it with your parents. Discuss it, with your friends by telephone, since we're in that, long distance type of frame and mindset. Discuss it, with your teachers. Allow them to see that, yes, you are once again a willing and able participant, and not just a leader and a student. It's okay to be a leader and a student, but we're also asking you to be a willing and able participant, because in that, once again, you'll be able to recognize and maximize your potential in that way.
Right.
So have live discussions with your parents, have live discussions with your teachers about those things that really matter to you. What's important to the student? Can we take a look at that?
Perfect. Now, Leroy, I want to take advantage of your background and experience here. We're in a unique situation with students in that they're home. The world has changed radically in the last couple months, and the outlook for the future is kind of scary. So actually, I want to dig into your background as a financial advisor.
Okay.
Kids haven't spent a lot of time thinking about their own savings, what they should be doing in a situation like we're in now, and looking at the long term. However, as you and I both know, starting to really get that financial literacy early on, the sooner you start saving and investing, the better. What would be a few tips that you could share with kids on what they should be doing with their money right now, or how they should be thinking about the stock market and other markets right now?
Okay, well, let's take a look at, for an example, I'm going to take a look at two examples. One is the insurance. When we look to purchase insurance in any kind of way, we're saying we want to protect ourselves against the unexpected. So now when we look at our environment now, as it stands right now with this pandemic, it is classified to be the unexpected. And it's the unexpected that comes in the sense of a disruption in our day-to-day life. And so in that, I would encourage students, if you are working in any kind of way, I would encourage you at this point to save at least $5 of your check. Because what that's going to do in saving at least $5 of your check and putting it in the bank somewhere is going to give you what we call momentum. It's going to give you momentum, because you see, every dollar that's earned is not a dollar that's spent. I want to say that again, Tyler. Every dollar that's earned is not a dollar that's spent. You see, you have two kinds of money. You have future money and you have present tense money. Present tense money is that money that our students will be able to put their hands on right now, today. But future tense money is that money that's in circulation to us. And so money that's in circulation to us is also considered to be money with interest, that compounds interest in that regard. And so when we look at insurance, if it is designed to offer us a level of protection against the unexpected, we want to have them in a situation where they are able to get insurance with investment tools added to it. We want to be certain that they understand credit, what credit means, and the different characteristics that come with building good credit. We want to have them to understand that. I don't believe, even with two children of my own, in spite of the fact that they're in their 20s and they're grown, I have been one to believe that if you offer a child something that's worth holding on to, and you could commit them to practicing it, they will, they will enjoy the structure that you give them with it. Because whether you are 10 years old or 18 years old, Tyler, if it's one thing that you like to do that we all have in common, it is the fact that you like money. It is the fact that you like to spend money. But at the same time, we want our students to know that just as good as it is to make $100, let's save $5. Let's save $10. Let's save 10% of that 100. In other words, so we're talking about $10. If we can put $10 in the bank, it comes out to be $20. If you get paid every week, guess what? That comes out to be what? 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, $40. 4 times 10 is 20. 4 times 10 is 40. So in that regard, you have $40. And guess what, Tyler? The student has more money having $40 than they would have if they didn't have nothing at all. Yep. So we write the vision and canvas their mind with the importance of saving $10, saving $5, and putting that into an account. And then again, depending on how the student gets paid, it gives them an opportunity where if you can save $40 a month, guess what? Once it puts you in the next month, you'll have $80. Then the next month after that, you'll increase that. And anything that we can offer our students that would give them some level of momentum, we should be in favor of that, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. Good advice. My oldest son, this weekend, he was working on a project. He made some money because he has more time to work on things. So I've kept him busy, and I said, okay, how do you want me to pay you?
Yes.
And usually his answer will be, you don't need to pay me. We're improving our home. We're improving our yard. Don't worry about it. But what I've done is I've given him options on taking cash and putting it in the bank or to buy stocks. And he's been investing in the stock market like crazy because it's so depressed right now. He's getting good deals.
That's exactly right. And that's a good place to be, that you are encouraging him and educating him and empowering him, because at the end of the day, it comes out to be that this young man will say to anybody, I have value. I have value. And when you have value and you can communicate that value, that's a major distinction from a whole lot of people. It's a major distinction to have. And so what he has is not just word knowledge coming from you as his teacher, as his instructor. He also has application knowledge because he now has some experience now. He has some experience. Now, just think of it, Tyler. If he is in a position right now where, let's just say, he's back in school, and the teacher says, well, what did you do in your time off? Well, my dad taught me how to invest. My dad taught me the value of $1. My dad taught me how to put first things first. If he tells the teacher that and other students hear that, guess what? He's being recognized at that point as a person of source, as a person of resource in that regard. And so the fact that you're doing that with him is a marvelous thing. It's a marvelous thing. And I congratulate you on that, for doing that, because at some point, we all want our students, we all want our children to practice self-sufficiency.
Yeah, absolutely.
At some point, we want all of us, because that's what our parents asked us to do. They may have asked us in a different way, but they asked us to do it.
Right. Cool. Well, now, Leroy, as a transformational coach, we're in an awesome situation right now where people have extra time. They have resources available to them. Now is a good time to make a transformation, to change things about your life. What advice would you give to kids that are not just stuck at home now, but now they'll be here throughout the summer, and who knows what will happen in the fall? So most kids have a lot of time on their hands right now.
Yes.
What are some of the best things that they can be doing with that time?
Well, one of the things that they can be doing with that time is coming to know who they are, where they want to go, and how they want to get there. Coming to know that, because when you come to know who you are, where you want to go, and how you want to get to a particular place, whether it's a college, whether it's a university, you want to keep that in front of you, whatever that process is. And so I would encourage students to, one, do some reading, make some decisions about what you want to do. And when you make those decisions, it's very important that you involve your family. It's very important that you involve your teachers, your guidance counselors, your friends, in particular, those friends that you have relatable conversations with anyway. Relatable conversations is the key with that. So I would encourage students to do that in that off time. Let's make some decisions about what we want to do. Let's make some decisions about who we are, where we want to go, and how do we want to get there. And if we could do those things right there with our students and have them to get involved in that process, to take accountability for that process, whatever that process is, we have done a great job with our students and our children if we could do that. So, and that's where the whole leadership and student life engagement program and platform come into play at. Where we're saying, let's just be willing and able participants in this. Let's get involved and make a difference. So once again, I encourage you because you are sharing and teaching your son first things first. So let's talk about saving some money.
Right. Well, Leroy, thanks for coming on the show today. If
Yes.
kids want to learn more about you and the programs that you and your team offer, where should they go?
They should go to the Life Enhancement Coaching Institute.com. The Life Enhancement Coaching Institute.com is going to give our social media handles. It's going to give insight to one of our flagship programs, the Leadership and Student Life Engagement Program. It's going to give, a tremendous amount of information and contact information where they can contact me at any given time.
Perfect. We'll link that up in the description below. Thank you so much for your time and for joining us here on Virtual School Assembly.
And thank you very much, Tyler, for having me. It was indeed a pleasure. And anytime that I can be of help to you and your mission and your passion, please don't hesitate to give me a call. It's been a pleasure.